live. Welcome everyone to
TT.
Immersed Minds.
Hello, people of
Hello.
metaverses and VR platforms and all these things in between of those things. So I'm Arthur. Here's with us Nikki and Gulifex and Artific and of course Ultralord behind the camera in his underpants.
Always, baby.
Hello.
And we are here gathered today on a Friday evening slash day slash maybe even morning for someone to discuss the latest and greatest of AI technology and generally have a great chat about most of the technological marvels. So maybe I'll give a word to Gulifex to kind of guide us through some things we're going to discuss today. Of course, we need to discuss Apple headset and the maybe AI touch of it because there were some. Apple never said AI, but they use a lot of AI in the headsets. So
And the
Gulifex, what are
conference.
we
How
going to talk
was
today about?
the conference?
Oh, and yes, and we met Vitalik today, so that's great. But let's Gulifex tell us the topics of the day.
Yeah. By the way, the Artific is the web browser synchronized with people first, like just to know, like so that
Yeah, it looks
people
pretty
can see
cool.
No,
what
it's
I
not.
put.
It's not.
Like yeah,
Oh,
it
it's not.
looks really
This
cool.
one, this one is not currently. Yeah, I disabled it.
Okay. Well, anyway, like so, yeah, we have today well, I mean, we'll discuss AI and VR at intersection. So on the VR side, obviously, as Arthur said, we'll have to talk about the Apple headset mostly. Well, I mean, I guess it's also released their headset, so we can talk about both if we want. And on the AI side, well, I mean, there were a few interesting models that have been released, like a cool style transfer model, and also like a music model that was released literally a few hours ago that we were talking about. A new language model that we can talk about, and also like a pretty cool application of like GPT with augmented reality. Um,
Cool.
so those
Sounds
are the main things. Of course, like if we want, we can always talk about more things. But yeah.
All right. I mean, there's a lot of topics actually. By the way, we can discuss it about the models, but like it feels like we went from oh my god, there's an AI thing, it's so groundbreaking, to a point where we are like, okay, yeah, it's groundbreaking, and now every week there's a groundbreaking model releasing.
Yeah.
Like we're really like, okay, which model is this? Okay, this is the model which can create music like Beethoven, no problem. And this one that can create videos, and you can never realize that this is a not real video. Okay, which
Oh
one?
yeah, I
Okay,
actually
this is
wanted to show like a cool model that it wasn't released this week. It was released several weeks ago, but like we can show it because we haven't discussed it in any episode. So and I think it's quite cool.
What's so special about it?
okay.
Well, it's first of all, one of the cool things about it is that you can use it because a lot of these video models haven't been released, but also it's very user friendly because it's part of this Runway ML application, and also you can like both edit videos that you have already made and like just completely change their style, but you can also like make videos from scratch, and it's also just very good. So a lot of like AI generated memes videos that you have seen.
Yeah, the
like, have been made
Balenciaga
with this
was
model.
that all
I think
Planet
I'm not sure if
Mountain?
that one was using that model, but like, well, the thing is that some of the videos generated about this model look a bit cursed at the moment, like because it's generating them from scratch. So people have been generated like this sort of like pizza commercials.
Yeah, Tom Cruise smiling.
Have you seen
forever.
those?
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, so those were made up by the model, but it also can do more cost.
All right. Yeah, I mean that's true. I guess let's start with the Apple part, and I'll just right away say like I found this big message from one of the developers, I guess, who was working on Apple, and he wrote that for the AI part, for the hand tracking, what they do is they in eye tracking they use AI to predict the where you're gonna look and where you're gonna click, because before you click your pupils of the eyes are becoming bigger for like milliseconds before that, so they preload your content even before you click somewhere. Like I think that's smart, pretty nuts, but smart. And it makes the whole typing and UI interactions much faster and feel much more natural, I guess. And I think that's where Apple kind of shines. Is those small things, they do matter. While some might say, it actually doesn't matter. Like, here you have a little bit of delay, there you have a little bit of delay. Here the path-through doesn't work so well on Quest, for example, blah, blah, blah. But that the whole thing, the whole experience is what matters. And I guess that's why people felt like those who reviewed it and tried it, they felt so magically about it, because I think that's those small things, they bring that innovation in, and they make the headset to feel like really responsive. Obviously, it has 2 processors, so double of what other headset have. But like I'm just saying, I think that's pretty cool, pretty cool innovation. And apart from that, they released the keyboard. Looks pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, it will be a very good headset in my opinion.
What are your thoughts on how it compares to the Lynx when it comes to AR?
Oh, you can't compare. Obviously, Apple will be much more high quality in the pass-through. Like this is no question. But it has like 12 cameras and incredible algorithm which they use from iPhones probably to you just can't compare those 2 devices. Like you can buy 4 Lynx for the price of one AR of one Apple headset. And they're different. Lynx is open, it's open system. Apple will be closed system. So yeah, different headsets.
Yeah, I find it really.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say like when I saw like some tweet about that like eye tracking prediction thing, like I think the tweet was also mentioning that they maybe use it to like adapt the UI, which I haven't digged into what they could mean by that, but like I think if they mean what I think they mean, is like, that'd be like pretty cool. Like if they actually make the UI kind of adapt each user according to like little metrics of, like if the user is frustrated when it's using like a button or something, that means that part of the UI isn't good, right?
Yeah.
And if they can detect those things with eye tracking or something. Also, that was this is basically like some like preliminary or like primitive version of yeah.
You're
Like
cutting
it's-
you're cutting
Yeah,
you're cutting a lot. You're cutting a lot.
Oh, okay. Sorry for that.
It's
yeah,
okay.
I mean that's.
I have a stutter. I understand, bro. It's all good.
I think like having like interfaces which adapt to the user will be very cool. Also, that this is like a primitive version of BI.
Like interesting
Yeah.
thing about what they said with this, that they actually, like the developer that would be developing application there, they would actually not know where the
Yeah.
user is looking. That only when the click happens or the action happens, then the event would be sent there.
And this is again, this is small
quite
thing,
cool.
but so important. This is such a big difference. Like, first of all, people trust Apple on privacy more, and rightfully so. They didn't have any scandals so far. Like, they didn't show themselves from a bad side. But these small things like privacy, how they explain things and how they will do that,
I don't know about.
brings
they
even
got
more
caught,
confidence.
Spying on people's pictures on the iPhones. Did you hear about that? Like,
I'm not sure, but like they never sold the data to the third parties and stuff. Maybe they spy them for their own good in terms of training the models and stuff. But I don't think they've sold it like to
Maybe to
third
China.
parties or whatever. So to me, these are the things which are important, because whenever I put my Quest Pro, like all those 5 times in 6 months, which I put the Quest Pro on my head. I'm kind of terrified of what kind of data they're recording, because it has eye tracking and mouth tracking and so I'm like, I put it on and then I quickly put it off because I realized what the hell is happening. So that's where Apple shines again. They build the trust from the beginning, and when they'll be releasing more and more headsets, that's where the trust will build up. So I mean, honestly, as I said, if they'll nail this, I will forgive them every lack of innovation and things they did, and I do forgive them right now. officially, I'm announcing that I forgive the
So,
Apple. They don't care, obviously,
what
but I
if
do forgive them.
what if as a developer I want access to the eye tracking data or something?
I
I
mean,
don't know.
don't they have a
Buy Somnium
partnership
VR1 buy
Unity?
Somnium VR1 because there you'll have full access to eye tracking, all the raw data, and you will decide how many images and how it will be stored and what do you
Yeah,
do
I
with
can't
that.
wait till it
Sure,
comes
that's the
out.
different
Right.
type of headset.
Yeah, like for sure, like
I guess you're right.
when you will be doing some sort of game, then in a lot of games you would actually want to, I don't know, like you're flying a spaceship and you want to target weapons with your eye tracking, which would be cool. And that actually are games that doing that with case, which is weird, but with the eye tracking, it would be awesome.
Can you imagine you're flying the ship and then you want to target with a rocket and then someone says to you, "Hey Arthur," and you look back in the cockpit and the rocket is launching. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. You're like, "Oh, the rocket flies forward and turns around." It's just like
Yeah. You call the wingman. Oh, sorry, man.
exactly. Oh, sorry, my eye tracking was on. I forgot. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
What do you guys
So,
think
yeah, I
about
mean-
the partnership that they have with Unity?
It's perfect. I was joking, I was the Marek wrote a very nice joke and I tweeted it. He when they did partnership with Unity, I tweeted like 12 hours after that. I tweeted the most visited website in the last 24 hours. Breaking news! It was the Unity link where it says how to switch from Unreal to Unity for developers.
Yeah,
Like
wow.
that's pretty much. I would say it sums up pretty much the whole thing. Like it's huge for Unity. It's horrible loss for Unreal.
Yeah, I mean, but they had
Absolutely
the
devastating.
scandal before.
Of course they had.
So
It's their own fault. It's fault of Unreal. Of course they dig their own hole under the ground. That's it.
So do
But
you think
Unity is great. Like obviously
they'll have like
Unity
some
is more
form of
open.
like SDK that developers will use?
You will be able to
or-
port it. Yeah, you will be able to port.
Wow,
Like we'll be able to port Somnium through these tools. It's like the same way they port like Android. You build out you make Android builds the same way
Yeah.
you'll build for Apple, probably with some exceptions and stuff, but like it will be pretty much the same flow.
Yeah, I actually remember it was maybe like 6 months ago and even further. I were
Yes.
talking about it, and that like they can't like Unity just makes sense. Going for Unreal, this is a very closed ecosystem. They have their own closed ecosystem, so they want to be the one closing the ecosystem, but not letting Unreal doing that.
Exactly. And Unreal was nasty on them. Sorry, like Unreal didn't behave well against Apple, and they deserve what they've
did
got.
Unreal do?
So Tim Sweeney wanted, because there's Fortnite, and Fortnite is making billions per quarter, right? And Tim Sweeney got really greedy, and he went to Apple and he said, "Apple, I don't want to pay you 30% of all my transactions because it sounds like it's not fair. Okay, I want more money." And Apple said, "Sorry, I mean everybody pays 30%. Why would why would we give you a special deal? Everybody pays the same price." And he said, "Okay." And then, so that was privately. And then he went out and he said, what he did is he basically didn't ask Apple and he turned off the payment and he made the payment external, so it was going through. So basically, he broke the rules of Apple Store. And obviously, what Apple did is what they should have done. They just cut the Unreal and they banned the Fortnite from the store after he broke the license. And Epic went and sued Apple. And my problem with that was, Tim Sweeney said, "I'm trying to fight for all the developers who don't want to pay 30%." And I said to him, in my mind, I said, "Bro, you wanted to have a private deal before. Like, sure, like, what the hell? Like, I don't trust any single word of you." And Apple won, I think. So obviously there was no Unreal on Apple, and rightfully so. Like, it's a huge blow to Unreal, and it's an amazing win for Unity. And Unity just have a bigger developer base. Like, there's more developers on Unity than on Unreal. #fact. Like, that's just a fact.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's amazing. I'm so glad that they chose Unity for that. And by the way, Apple has announced, or WebXR has announced, that Safari on the headset will have WebXR support, the VR one, the VR support. And we know that Somnium Web Client will be supported in Apple headsets from day one. So that's already done.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So yeah, the Apple Vision Pro looks like it's gonna be one of those game changers to society. I feel.
I think it will.
I mean,
I
it's
think
just
it will.
like,
Actually, it will.
I mean, like, didn't they start off with like the iPhone? It didn't have any applications, but then as soon as people started to
Yes,
make
of course.
applications,
I
it was
had
like,
an iPhone
"Ooh."
1. It has 7 applications. It has 7 applications. The point was, those 7 applications were doing things 50 million times better than any other phone at that time on the market. Like, I was able to browse things. I was able to watch videos better. I was able to record videos. I
Well,
was able to, like,
to be honest, maybe they show you I something, but like at the time I was one of the people with like Windows Mobile, and I was one of those people with like,
I was with Windows Mobile before I switched to iPhone
hey, like,
1.
this group was so hype, like,
I had an
like
Ericsson.
literally like
yeah.
like a 20th of what I could do with Windows Mobile at the time.
Yeah, but you remember the Windows Mobile at the time? Okay, come on, it was junky and it was horrible. Okay, I
Well,
used
but
it, yeah.
I was one of the people that I was happy with it, but anyway, like,
Can you
I mean, I was happy
obviously
with
I'm
it
not-
until I saw
Yeah, we
iPhone
can
and
hear
then I said,
you.
"Oh damn!"
Nikki, join in on this conversation of technological advancements. Join us, Nikki.
Well, I just wanted to say that I had a flip phone where you have to pull this antenna out.
No way.
I really
It's
love
like,
that.
psh, copy that.
Roger, Roger.
I was a huge fan of it. That was like awesome. Just wanted
I
to
mean,
say.
yeah, that is right, but it's like even before the iPhone came out, like I had applications on my Windows Mobile to like remote control
Me
my
too, man. Yes,
like a
but
like a sonar to like program like literally everything. I had like, you know, like I could like write Microsoft Word, Excel, like I could
I
run
know,
things
but it was
like
so bad. It
MATLAB.
was
I
so
could do
bad.
anything.
It was
Yeah,
so
but I
bad.
could do
It was so
anything.
bad.
Like,
I know you
literally,
could, but
like, it
nobody
was
was
completely
actually doing
programmable.
anything because it was so bad.
I
You know what I
was
mean?
doing all of those things, literally.
Yeah, okay, what I do, what
But
I
I
did
was
with
the
my Windows
exception, I
Mobile,
know.
what I did with my Windows Mobile, I was cheating at some exams in the university. Okay, I admit, in few courses, I just loaded the Microsoft Word, I opened it, and
I
the
did
teacher
that
was like,
too.
what's happening there? I was like, yeah, I'm just checking, I got the something messages. Okay, no problem, because they didn't know that it's possible, you know, and
Oh, wow,
yeah,
yeah.
but that finished quickly. 1 year they already knew that something is off. Like a mobile phone out of the desk.
Yeah.
Nobody is doing mobile
Everyone
phones.
put your mobile
I
phones
was like,
up.
damn it. But iPhone changed a lot of things, and I remember, like, by the way, I spent one of my first salaries on the iPhone, unlocked jailbreak iPhone from US,
Bro, how
just a
much
couple months
was
after they
the
started selling there.
phone cost when it first came out? The iPhone
So
itself.
to me, I paid for iPhone so it started to sell for like $600 in US, and they were buying it in US and bringing it to Prague, and I bought like one of the first ones in Prague, and I paid probably $1,000, so almost double.
Scalpers.
Yeah, but I mean, I was thankful for them because they jailbreaked it and they prepared it and worked here and they changed the SIM card. Come on, I was so happy. I mean, I never looked back. And then like I kept the first iPhone, and then I had iPhone 3GS, 3G, and then 3GS, and that's when I switched to Android, because then Android caught up and they started to do really good phones, and then they were more open and stuff, and I said, okay, that's the time to switch.
Yeah, I
So
didn't
that's
like
where I
having to
switched
connect it to
Samsung Galaxy Note.
iTunes.
Blew my
like,
mind.
Yeah,
Oh, that's good fun.
yeah, the Note's a good.
I mean,
phone.
when I remember the first. Okay, we had to switch to AI topic, but I remember the first. I was sitting in the office, in Germany, and we had, like, because it was a trading floor, and then we had a like array of TVs, like 6 TVs together, making one big TV, and there was like a financial channel, and then I turned my head on the right to look at it, and there was an ad of Samsung Galaxy Note. I still remember the ad. I still remember what was in this ad, how they were like writing on the screen and making the picture and stuff. And I said, oh my God, I need that. And I switched to Galaxy Note, and I was a Note user for probably 7 years in a row. Like, I've just switched from one Note to another. Yeah, I mean, I
That's
still
the
have like
one with the Steelers, right?
yes, and I still use like the default phone. It supports the writing, so I switched from Galaxy Note 9 to the Fold phone, and I've never missed almost a single note. That's how
Yeah,
good they are. But it's
well, now the main Galaxy line has the stylus as well, right? I think they
yes,
merged
yes.
the
But
two
it's a small
lines
screen.
now.
When you do the foldable screen, when you put this open tablet and you start writing that, that's the beauty. That's what I like.
Oh,
It's
nice.
like
That is
the
that
Yeah,
is
big
cool.
the big
it's like
one, and
reading a
it's
book
nice.
from your phone or reading like an actual
So
like
kids,
on
the
a
best
tablet.
combination of phones you can have is buy yourself an iPhone and the Galaxy phone, like the Note. You're golden.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you have
And
to
then
carry
make
two
'em fight
phones, and
each
it's kind of
other.
expensive, but you're golden.
The winner
Exactly.
is your phone.
I
You
find
buy.
it funny how Apple went away from stylus and like Steve Jobs hitting it, right, and then they brought it back in the iPads
Yes, I
because
remember
it
Steve Jobs
it
saying,
was
"Who would want a
nice for
stylus?"
certain
Yes.
reasons. Like I think that happened the same with controllers. Like they're now like, oh, controllers, who wants those? And they will realize, oh wait, they're actually useful for some things.
Yeah, they're gonna
Like,
sell them, bro.
okay,
It'll
well,
be like an
Of course, they gotta sell them.
add-on,
Come
you
on,
know,
man.
for
It's
like
$500.
$800
I
a
can't
piece.
wait. I can't wait. The dongle for 200, but honestly, because the headset is so good, I forgive them. Okay, I just forgive them. It's okay. Honestly, sell me
yeah,
those
and
controllers for $500. I'm gonna buy them. It's okay.
I don't think they're gonna sell them immediately. I don't know. I think they may
No, no, no,
play
they
similar
won't. They
to
won't.
They're
They
making
said
it
they
like
said they won't. They said
exclusive.
they won't.
Like,
They said they will probably like in year
they're-
2 or 3.
Exactly, yeah. Like in a few generations, like then they will like suddenly introduce them back.
Yeah, but think of like
Yeah, but
5
in a
years.
special way, Apple way. You know, like
What's it gonna be like?
the revolutionary way to control your environment in gaming.
Yes,
have
exactly.
The adaptable trigger, which will blend your finger into the environment, and you will feel the vibration, the tactile vibration of the stuff. And Mark Zuckerberg will be like, "It's controllers," and everybody will be like, "Psst, be quiet, man. They're talking about controllers, man."
Don't forget, we have widgets.
Yes, it's,
Which- and he'll be like, "But we had them 5 years ago." Like, "Psst, man, I told you quiet, man. Be quiet."
yeah, it's gonna be with that.
That's exactly how it's gonna be, you know. And they will be like, and it starts at $4.99, and if you want additional battery, it will be $5.99. And I'll be like, yeah. And Mark will be, man, it's more than my Quest 3. And we'll be like, psst, man,
Mark,
told you
keep
be
your
quiet.
Man,
Seeing
yeah.
the
I gave you the future sketch,
reactions-
okay? It's exactly how it will be. 2
Apple
years later,
fans
you will
will
remember
do
my
something
speech.
like that.
Mark will be like,
Did
man.
you guys see the reactions that people had to the price when they're like, it's 3,400? Everyone's like, oh. Did you guys
Yeah,
see
but
that?
wait a second. Why are people so surprised? First of all, we knew it would be 3K. Second of all, it's Apple. They never did a cheap product. Like, sorry, you pay like $90 for a charger. Like, I'm sorry. Like, what are you talking about? It's
was
okay.
just
Like
really-
the headset is so
Yeah.
good. It's okay.
But
it's okay.
it's a lot more
Shut up and
expensive
take
than
my money.
almost any headset, right? So it's like
Yeah, well,
I thought it would be more like I don't know 2K at most or something, but
How come
No,
Tim Cook
no,
didn't
no,
even
it's kinda
use
like-
it
look,
though?
look at
cameras.
their desktop. They invented desktop, and it's like how many, like 8K. Doesn't even have dedicated GPU.
7,999. Yeah, I mean, come on. It's 7,999. Like, if you compare to this, Apple has it kind of cheap, to be honest. Like, it's like nothing.
And what's
No,
up with the
honestly, it's-
M2 chip? Like, I was looking at the specs, it looks incredible.
They are incredible. I have MacBook with M1 or M2. I don't remember. I have to check. But honestly, the better life, like, the point is they have this connection with software and hardware. They build the hardware to fit their software. That's genius, because it's so optimized that it doesn't leak the power and the battery life anywhere. So my MacBook can hold like 10 hours like a breath, nothing. You know what I mean? While any other laptop just dies. It just dies. Whether you use Intel or Snapdragon, it's just not optimized for the purpose of this. Apple is doing the hardware for their own software. So they created this chip which is optimized now for the Apple headset, right? And that's why it will have such a power. It can power 2 4K screens. Come on, man. Like, you would need 3080 or higher to power our headset in a native resolution, which is like 3K per eye.
Whoa.
Which is super high, but you would need a high PC because, like, yeah, it's a high resolution stuff. I can't, you can't go around it. It's when you blast in a full native resolution, your PC will, fly away. it's how it is. So yeah.
I'm kind of
Anyway,
worried about
kudos
the
to Apple.
Yeah,
Apple
like-
I
verse,
cannot wait for
though.
controllers for $500. This will be
Like,
great.
What's the
I
Apple
cannot
verse
wait to
gonna
buy.
be
I
like?
cannot wait to buy the strap and the new face mask for another $300. So yeah, guys, it's gonna be a fantastic ride, and we'll be happily throwing money at Apple and trying the headset and be just blown away, and it will move the industry so much forward. And then in a year or two, Samsung will come out finally with the headset, and they'll say, "Hey, we have this thing here, and maybe it's gonna be good." But they need to. The problem is, while iPhone ran on really all the basic and off-the-shelf components most of the time, that's why others were able to replicate that fast. While Apple introduced this M2 and M3 chips and stuff, they're running away to the industry so fast. Because if Samsung wants to build the same headset, where are they gonna get a chip? Qualcomm will not be enough.
Use them too, right?
Yeah, but
That's
no,
like
of course they
license.
can't. Apple will say, "Sorry, man, I don't think it's happening." So they'll have to either they'll have to build their own silicon, which Samsung can do, by the way. They have the power to do that, but they have to really invest like a lot of money and time right now to come up with something. And I heard rumors they wanted to rebrand their Exynos and repurpose it for the VR part. So maybe they're doing it actually right now. Who knows? But they are 1 year late already, so they'll have to like they won't introduce anything until I think January 2024. That's where they will show something, and then shipping will be probably end of the 2024. So that's when they'll ship first, and Apple will be already 1 year in the market by that time.
What do you guys think about
Which is a huge
the
advantage.
Appleverse
Yeah.
with the avatars, the AI
Appleverse?
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be like. I mean,
They will not be Appleverse.
Yeah,
They
I
are
mean,
smart. They don't
everyone
say
has, like,
metaverse,
an-
metaverse.
Yeah,
No,
they
they create your
say-
digital realm.
exactly.
This is the
This is
metaverse. All your
reality.
working apps, FaceTime sometimes, that's the metaverse, and that's correct. And some of them, you'll go to Somnium from Apple headset. You know what I mean? And this is just a part of metaverse.
It's
The metaverse is
interesting,
the
yeah.
environment. It's a spatial
They
thing.
didn't
That's what the metaverse
Yeah.
is.
structure it
I mean,
as a game
I wonder.
at all.
I wonder if they make any social features like with avatars and stuff. That will be interesting.
I mean, I
to
think you'll
see,
be
yeah.
playing games. You'll be playing games
People
with other
will make
people.
games, yeah.
like
I think PP
board
people
games and
will
stuff.
develop games. Yeah, those.
in
Yeah,
the room.
that would be crazy. People
And it will be
playing
crazy good because the tracking is so
Yeah.
good.
Monopoly with like, and that would be funny. Like, bunch of
Chess.
cities, yeah.
Chess. Can you play it? Can you imagine you play chess?
With, like
But in
real
a crazy,
guys.
perfect way. Exactly like, oh my god.
I want to see like the M2. Like, how does the M2 like GPU performance compare with like some like NVIDIA GPUs or something? Like,
You
does-
cannot
does any-
compare.
one-
No, you can, for some apps in Apple, they're performing incredibly well. But then for the normal apps or games, like they are not built for games. You know, they're built for certain applications. But for those applications which they're built for,
Right.
they are amazing. They are
But
performant.
like,
They are making.
if you're not built for games, then like making like good Unity VR apps, like I don't know, like
No, you'll do standalone
if you-
app.
you want-
You'll just
wanna- you
you'll
wanna-
be optimizing for standalone.
yeah, but like,
I think some
Yeah,
really
it's more like,
awesome games.
I,
was
I,
made.
I, won- I wonder how
integrated
they-
graphics card from Intel. It's something like that. It's like
And it's more
from
powerful.
one
It's more
chip.
But like-
powerful.
It's
but
more
like, I think
powerful
it's
and
more-
it's
it
integrated and
has to be
faster
more
and everything.
powerful right? Because like one of the
But not-
cooler things I've seen on the M2 is that people run like huge large language models on it, and it runs.
Yeah, but because the chip is
relatively
optimized
okay.
for this kind of stuff, it's more for this than I mean, it's a very
So it's, like,
powerful chip.
more
Again,
optimized for AI graphics, maybe. Like,
maybe I don't know, but I know that's not made for the games per se.
Aren't they using the R2 chip to like as like a graphics processing unit? What's the R2
yeah, they
chip?
also have the R chip. Like, yeah, well, I wonder what that one
I
is
think it's supposed to
doing.
process the graphics. I don't know. Can't remember. Artivic? Do you know?
No, I think the M2 is like the CPU and GPU in one.
Huh.
So I think graphics is on M2.
So what's the R2 chip?
Yeah,
that they have in
it's
there?
sort of like if you have Intel, you have the integrated graphics card in there, but
Oh
it
yes.
sucks.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, this is similar, but it doesn't suck. It's actually pretty good.
Exactly. Like it just doesn't suck. You know what I mean? You use your Mac and you just open Blender. Like I open Blender, and I do real time like rendering on Blender. You know what I mean? There, and it just works. And I have like a portable, small 13-inch MacBook Pro, not the most powerful machine, but like it has a chip and it works. Like that's
Yeah,
it.
but like it will be a shame if like they have such a
Hey.
powerful chip in principle, but it's
What's
not
up,
optimized for
Block?
Hey,
games.
Block News is
What
here.
up,
Hello,
what up,
sir.
what up? How you
Oh,
doing, bro?
Oh, we
Hey.
don't hear you. I think we don't hear you.
Yeah,
Can you
if
say
you're
something?
speaking, speak up.
If you're speaking, we don't hear you. Yeah, your microphone is off, I guess, in the settings or something.
Can your NFTs do this? I like
Can you? That's great. Great picture.
Testing. Here we go. There you
But
go.
yeah, I mean,
Oh, interesting.
M-chip is good.
Like you can see on netbooks like nets like the M2 compare face to face with other NVIDIA things on different benchmarks. And like this is I don't know what this benchmark is. GFX bench. Okay, I don't know what it is, but like it's like better than the RTX 4070 and better than the RTX 3080 Ti.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, this is the
bro.
this is the best M2 because there are like many M2s.
Yeah, there's
Ah,
the
okay.
M2
That's an
Max,
M2
and
Ultra, I
there's-
guess.
yeah.
That's M2 Ultra.
Well, no, this
You
is
should
the
sue them, Ultra.
M2.
Yeah, they said Ultra
is
like
the
10,
M2
5
Max
times.
38
they
core.
should have done like a drinking
This is
game every
the-
time they say it.
There is like an M2 with 38 cores. So I guess that's probably the M2 you get in like the biggest book or
Yeah, but
something.
mainly I'm talking about MacBooks. Like that's realistically what you run it on. Again, you don't want to buy like an Ultra PC for 7K, okay? Because then you're better off buying 4090 to be honest, and just chilling up, you know. So
Yeah, no, but these are for laptops, right? Like the M2 Max 38.
okay,
I guess
M2
is
Max laptop
kinda
is
hard.
good laptop. Yeah, if you buy a MacBook Pro, 15 or like I don't know 16-inch, they have this model with the M2 Max or maybe now the M3 or whatever. Like yeah, that's as powerful as it gets. Hey, we can
what's
hear
up,
now.
Hey.
There you go.
How goes
My
it?
NFT
Yeah.
can do this, by the way. My NFT can do this, all right? I'm just saying.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know.
Welcome to our AI/Apple discussion rabbit hole. We fell in there. But I mean, honestly, it's a very important topic. So it's a big day and a big week for XR, MR, and honestly for the whole humanity. Even though people don't get it yet.
Yeah, it's
Like,
kind of scary.
I told my wife, our kids will grow up in a spatial era where for them, flat screens like tablets and phones will feel
Yeah,
like for
well-
us those phones where we had to put finger in and scroll. You remember like those
Yeah,
old phones
yeah,
where you had to
exactly.
scroll. So this is, and, I remember them. I used them, but it feels like it was like ages ago, and I don't, for us phones are normal things, and for them the spatial computing will be normal. And I will say like, father, why did you ever use the tablet? You know what I mean? Like what was they will remember it, but that's the whole point. Like that's the whole point. They will grow up in a completely different age of computing, and many kids in 10 years they would not even know that they were like, I don't know, like 2D monitors. You had to like have 3 monitors physically to have 3 monitors. Like what?
You have to
All this
physically have
plastic and heat and
monitors.
everything. Yeah, you had to have a big table. A table? What is a table? Why you had a table in the office? Like what? What is this?
Yeah.
So I think
they,
that's,
they
that's
wouldn't,
kind of
they
like.
wouldn't even really know what like monitors are. I think, right? Because they will be so used to just having like virtual objects around them. Like
Exactly.
why- yeah.
Exactly.
That'll be interesting. Like imagine people living in
turn off your
empty
monitoring.
apartments, and all they're wearing like a AR thing, and everything is a virtual piece of furniture. Huh.
And
It's
all
just
of them
about-
are NFTs.
That's
Yeah,
really
I mean,
great.
like,
But
like,
I'm more of
obviously, like, not
touching
everyone will be
something.
virtual because, like,
You could
I mean,
touch.
you
Of
need to
course, you'll feel
interact
like
with.
you'll have a glove. You'll have a glove. You'll
Yeah,
touch
I'm
it.
sure
It
it'll
will.
have.
It will feel real. Have
Yeah.
you seen this latest video from Sebastian from MRTV, where he was checking this AWE conference, and he was checking this innovation. I was old technology, but it's kind of like a new take on the old technology, where you take, like, you hold something and you feel it with it has like motors inside, and you feel the surface of the thing while touching it, and it's super, like, super realistic. Like,
Oh yeah,
you remember,
nice.
Nikki, you remember in Somnium Connect, we saw Tesla glove. I think you tried it as well, and we put it
Yeah,
on. Like, with
it's
Tesla
crazy.
glove, you can feel the texture of the object. You can feel the roughness and everything.
Whoa.
Imagine this in 10 years, more affordable. Boom. You feel like you can touch the table and it's there. Like, it will just be there. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, what I love
Yeah.
is the body language. You know, where we inhabit right now, a lot of what I do is social audio on Twitter Spaces. You don't get the body language. Like, we get the body language here
course,
to some
exactly.
degree.
Exactly.
But when you get that, you know, I don't know what the percentage is, maybe 83% is body language of communication. And the minute you get that at a deeper level inside in the technology that we enjoy now, but tactile and feel, it's going to change the game.
Guys, all the reviewers of Apple headset who had a chance to try it, among them were one of the most advanced people who tried all the headsets in VR. They reviewed all of them. They said, for God's sake, it felt magical. I hate to say it, but it felt magical. If these guys are saying it, I trust that it did feel magical. Just because it was the best, hands-on, the best AR experience I ever had in their life. Like, yeah, that's it. We don't need to go somewhere, you know, we just read the reviews or watch the reviews. They will say, like, you know, even MKBHD, right? The guy who also tried all the Quest Pros, and he had a demo from Zuckerberg, blah, blah, blah. He said, I hate to say it in my reviews. It's like, sounds cheesy, but it did feel magical. Like, it did feel magical. So, like, so he felt magic. So that's it. That's what you need to know. It will be that good.
Wow.
But you know what's
Who said
funny
that?
as well is,
MKBHD.
no, what I thought was funny
Yeah.
was the way you nerded out at the on Spaces at that headset reveal conference, and the way you nerded out about all the bits. Now people are starting to come into that realm, and they're sort of saying, okay, there is something in this. So what they saw in the first go at this in the metaverse was, oh, this is all new and there's money in it. Now they're seeing the experience. Now they're getting to see that. And so that next wave is going to bring in so many more people, because it's going to be onboarding much easier. There's going to be a lot more technology brought into it.
Don't forget, Apple has one more superpower, which nobody else has. They have physical stores all over the world. And they will be demoing these products in the best possible way.
Oh,
In the best possible way. So you know all how it's important for VR to try it out. Like, people don't understand until they try it out. And Apple will do that. They have all the best stores out there, with best trained personnel out there. Whether you hate it or not, it's the fact. So what they will do, they will show it to hundreds of thousands of people, and people will go in, they will try it out, they will go out, and they will say, fucking hell, where do I take $3,500? Okay, because that was freaking horrible. Horrible in a way that I need to have it now, you know, like, that was
Yeah.
horrible. Now I now need to find three and a half.
Or they can't afford it. They will be like waiting like so much until the next headset that is cheaper
Exactly,
or something, right?
exactly.
And the moment it comes out, will be like there, right? Like.
Exactly, and you know, it's great for development community, because developers will have to develop for the spatial computing, and that's where our headsets come in, you know, like our Link's headset, because they can develop the experiences on those headsets and they can port them into Apple ones. And then it will be great for all the people who will be waiting for the headsets, and some will want to wait and some will be searching for something else, you know. They will say, what's more affordable? There's Somnium VR1. Okay, I might wait for Apple, but I actually might buy the Somnium VR1 headset. It just helped the whole ecosystem. And it even helps Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, it's okay. Some will buy a lot of Quests, you know, because of this. It's all fine.
Don't need to help him.
Yeah. Do you know what you said there as well as developer? That's another massive part, because how much for the first time ever did you get a sense of open source? Apple turning towards open, towards developers, towards they're sort of nearly saying, here's the hardware, go work with it. And so that means that they're going to have to, make their SDKs and all the other bits more accessible. And
they
so
will.
it's going to be interesting now to see how they'll embrace that open, because a lot of what they've been accused of in the past,
I
they're
mean,
gonna have to
they
shift
will
their
be
model
as
with this.
open as they need to be to attract majority of developers to develop great apps. They will not go 1 inch further, and it's understandable. It's Apple. We don't even expect from Apple to be open, honestly. It's okay. We don't expect it to be open. It will be very tightly integrated with all the great phones and tablets and stuff, and MacBooks and whatever. But at least, at least it's a fair game. Like, I don't expect Apple to be open. They're already kind of, with Unity integration and stuff, they're already kind of getting open, but not that much. I don't, if they do really good experiences in VR and AR, they can stay close. It's okay. Like, I don't care. It's okay. Just bring great UI, great experience, and make people love VR and AR.
True.
Yeah.
I'm saying this right now. Next to me is Line Quest Pro. I hope, Mark, you're listening, man.
Quest Pro listen to you.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying. That's why I put it next to me when I was talking about Apple. I want him to hear it. Okay. I'm just saying. Someone is like transcribing in real time, like, okay, Arthur says, and Artific is laughing, and like, Loki is laughing.
I mean, I hope that
Recalculating
when we
social
introduce,
score.
Like, I hope when we introduce like live forever mode, and like show people like Meta how we can like coordinate in a way that doesn't like violate users' privacy and stuff, right?
No, and it's great. Like, again, our timing is
like-
perfect because we're coming up this year. As Live for Remote, it will be working this year. So by the time Apple is on, we will already show like this is another huge potential of VR, and you can use it.
Yeah.
And of course, Apple
well,
can do the same. Like,
The thing is that I think Meta notes like this, like it will be very useful, but like it will be great to show both Meta and also the world that hey, you can do these AI applications, but like not violate users' privacy, like and like like we can at least show
exactly.
that like you can do it. And,
You can
and
give
here is
people
how we're doing it.
yeah, you can give people control, be transparent, and still do this cool use case. That's what we'll show to them. Yes, of course.
Yeah, exactly.
But the Live Forever mode
Yeah.
is going to be a game changer. It really is.
I mean,
I'm
I would
looking-
use it
I'm
from
looking
day
forward
one,
to it.
as much as I can. I would record myself as much as are you kidding me? Like this
Here,
is.
let a virtual me showing you around my gallery with art and everything, and then telling you a little poem on the side. I mean, come on.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you'll see. We're preparing some showcase of Somnium 3.0, and there's a video about this. How Guillermo is talking to himself. I mean, come on, this is nuts. Like this is crazy. Like this is when I saw this man, like we were like all devs in our Discord were like, what the fuck is this, man? What? Like he's asking. Sorry. He's asking himself, what is the favorite ice cream flavor? And that thing is answering him in his voice what the favorite ice cream is. And I was like, what the hell is happening there? You know what I mean? Like, what is this?
Well, you know what his answer is going to be. When the AI gets to the perfect level, he's going to turn around and say, you know.
Exactly. You know. Why are you asking me these stupid questions, to be honest? I don't want to spend my precious bytes of credits to tell you this information. You already know it, man.
Yeah. It will,
They're gonna call us alpha version.
Oh, it will be even smarter. It will turn to you and it say, your favorite ice cream flavor is caramel chocolate, and you'll say, no, it's vanilla. And he said, no, you don't know. But this is your favorite one is, go try it. And you're like, maybe.
No. It will be like a smarter version of you, lol.
Exactly, it will be a smarter version of you. And you'll say, wait a second, what do you mean? Like, yeah, you go to the store.
Try it.
By the way, it's on the corner of this and this street. That's the best ice cream near you. And you buy that and you will love it. And you're like, what the hell? And you're like, how do you know it? And it's like, it's very simple. I analyzed all your eye gaze and all the colors and all the mixes of your information and movements, and I realized that you are more prone to the brown and darker colors. That is why, but statistically, you will love the chocolate ice cream more than the, you know what I mean? It will be that complicated at some point.
That's gonna be awesome. Well, like I was showing like the screen also, like I can show some of the like AI also, like
You're
like,
breaking
guys,
up a lot,
click-
though.
oh sorry,
Doing.
can you click
Doing.
down? I think it will refresh.
Wait.
I mean, your
Oh,
performance
no,
is
you
your
made it
performance
worse.
now. It's worse than the performance
No,
of your
I made it
AI,
worse.
okay, in the video. So I'm just saying. I don't want to offend or something,
Okay.
but
Take two and cut. Action.
You need to reload him.
what should we click? What should we click, Guillermo?
Like, click go on the browser. I mean, like, I'm gonna cut out more. Like, it's better if I just write to you and say, cause,
Just write to us, man. It's okay.
Oh yeah, we could go to the stream. You could
Ask
stream
your AI to
your
tell you.
console.
You kind of sound like a broken AI.
Oh, but
Write
that
in the
could work. That
Discord
could be
or
fun.
The Twitter chat, Twitter live chat, then we can read it.
Well, we actually here we have
Yes,
his
I'm-
stream, so
I'm-
he can
I'm-
stream the text.
What should I press? Home?
Reload. Or home, yeah. Oh no, yeah, you're right. Home, sorry.
I'm cutting.
Oh yeah, I see it.
I see your
Be-
Twitter. Yeah,
streaming.
Joseph. Okay. We can see your screen, Guillermo. We can see your screen.
Your scream.
I'm
cutting out.
cutting out
Okay.
because
I'm
I'm
streaming.
streaming. Yes, we understood, man. You googled your own search. Aha. Oh, I see a girl. She's watching something. Chris,
Reality
I'm not
GPT.
really sure
What?
how to approach this situation. What is this?
Be the funniest and smartest person in every room.
It's
What
AR.
AR?
It's AR AI.
Yeah.
How many tabs?
It's Ari. AR AI.
Air. It's air.
All right.
Air.
Oh, other
AI.
thing. All right.
Reality.
Ari I.
R-E-S-P-Z-P.
Oh, I don't speak Ukrainian.
Oh.
That would be cool. Yeah, it's basically like what Windows will do, but with AR. Yeah, that's
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
Perfect
Is the
memory.
girl, is the
I
girl
was
included or
thinking
not in this part?
AR with a
Back
right? And
saved.
so like,
What? This is like
you,
having your brain outside of yourself.
What?
yes.
Yeah.
I don't understand how it works, to be
It
honest.
remembers stuff for you. It's like, hey, remember this guy's birthday? Get follow-up questions.
Get dumber on us.
It's a bracelet, necklace,
Bracelet, necklace, what?
all-day battery. What is this, bro?
Subscription, no. Ah, so it's a microphone. It's a fancy microphone. I know.
Yes,
Right?
it's basically like a fancy. There's also AR, so it could use vision potentially, right? So like.
What's the point?
So like, I mean, the point is like, I mean, it's actually a bit like live forever mode in AR, right? Like,
Be
Ah.
careful,
Could be
okay? If
like,
this is it for a mod,
like-
I'm suing them. I'll
The
ask
other
ChatGPT
like-
how
Live
to
forever.
best
Like-
sue them.
They'll be
Like,
living for a
in a-
very short time.
Exactly, that forever will be a very short time.
I mean, like in a very high level, it's like this idea of like recording as much of your life as you can, or of different
course.
parts, and
Of course,
And-
but we'll,
and then-
we'll,
and
we'll
then you
record
can,
full of you.
Like Black Mirror.
yeah, and like, but
It's
like
the same.
actually good, yeah, and then you can like have like infinite memory and like have like an AI that can like recommend things to you if you want, like oh, I just spoke with this guy, and this is something you spoke about last time that is relevant to what you're speaking about now, or something like that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it
I
would make
mean-
sense to have it just like up in the headset, right? Or like, why not do it for VR?
Why not
like-
do it on
the-
the phone if you already have the phone with you all the time?
because the
Or
phone doesn't
that.
see what you're seeing, right? It's like they want to integrate this with the Unreal Air. I mean, obviously they could integrate it with any headset or whatever, I guess, but like,
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
like the example. I mean, that's just it's just, I think it's just a
But
concept.
yeah, it's a cool
really. I
idea.
don't know if
Yeah, I mean, like if they create something where I can have it with me, going different games, in Somnium, meeting people, and being in here, so it can just be an app. I don't need. It would be really useful, and I think a lot of people would be interested in having something like that.
yeah, so like
And then just
I
extending
think there's
it to.
many ways this could be integrated. Like this could be integrated in AI or in VR. Even like, there's people integrating like GPT and like AirPlay, so they can like listen to what you're hearing and also speak things to you, right? And if you do that like low latency enough, it could actually be pretty good.
Do you
Yeah,
guys think
yeah.
the
Well,
It's like, yeah.
Vision
I
Pro?
think it would make more sense to start from, because like there's already like in VR here it could be already useful, and so the different people using VR in different ways, and you could still get that I think all that information that they're getting with this, and then when AR gets bigger, then they can just extend it because the amount of data and interaction that they would be able to get in that application would grow. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
it's cool.
Like I think what's gonna happen is that in like the current state of AR, which is very limited, you can just like something like just GPT assistant. But with VR, we can start already experimenting with something that actually understands the context better, with like like what you're seeing with video and like body language and other things.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So that's where we can go beyond with VR.
That was really awesome today. I'm sorry, guys, but I gotta go.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
See you, Nikki.
Wait, question, quick.
Oh yeah, let's
Question.
more than-
Just
more than
one
1 hour.
last
we need the picture. We need the picture.
question for everyone. Do you think the Vision Pro is gonna suffer the same fate as the Google Glass?
No, 100% no.
Glass will-
Such a different product, and such a different approach from such a different company. Come on, there's
hope
no
not.
Surely we'll be
chance
able
that they
to-
will suffer the same problem.
Think about it. People will be able to try it in the Apple Store.
Yeah, people get it
Probably.
firsthand.
So at least it will bring them more clients.
Okay,
Of course.
awesome.
I mean,
Let's see where the future
right.
takes us.
By the way,
baby.
right after this, we're going to play some Hyper Dash. So who wants to
Hey,
join the
can
Hyper Dash?
someone-
I wish I could join you guys,
What
but
parcel is that?
I can't tonight.
on
It's not
Discord and
Parcel.
watch
It's a
it?
different game. It's a
Oh.
standalone game.
Oh,
Or you can
Oh,
buy.
I
You
heard
can
about
do it
that
on Steam. It's a free game
Yeah.
on Steam. We're playing it sometimes, so you can join the
Hyper
gang
Dash.
and get your ass kicked. Just saying. just
Yeah, it's better to just accept it and then.
exactly. Just and you
yeah,
know, just
work with
accept
it.
the
Yeah,
truth.
yeah.
Exactly.
Get better.
You can be pleasantly surprised.
Exactly. If you automatically accept to be, the ass to be kicked, then you can, whatever you win, it's just yours. Nobody can take it. Anyways, people
Yo,
of the
group
metaverse,
photo,
thank you
group
for joining this
photo.
beautiful
Jump in,
stream.
guys. Huddle, right here.
And yeah, I mean, I met Vitalik today, Buterin, so that's
Hey.
great.
As you do.
Yeah, he's doing great.
Yeah.
He was speaking in
myself.
Prague.
Oh my God,
And-
it's your ass.
Hey.
Remember,
Watch the
remember, yellow to front, brown to back. Don't
Yellow
ever
to
mess it
front,
up,
right
okay?
here, baby.
Remember that.
Yellow to front.
It all blends
and
together.
also, and also if you want to check some of the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
things
come
that
on,
we
Hector,
didn't
don't
have
get
time to talk about,
nasty.
like the
All right, guys, yo, group
Yep.
photo.
Okay, we'll check Guillermo Twitter for other things which we didn't discuss because of Apple.
1,
But
2, 3.
It's a good excuse
Vision
because it's a very
Pro
good
Yeah,
at
add
product.
Gillia Fix,
Woo.
so you can find it.
And
Yay.
Gillifix, see you everybody.
Thank you, wonderful viewers, for joining us at Immersed Minds at OMG Multiverse.
Ciao.
Have a wonderful night and great weekend, and yay
We
to the
rock, we
future.
rock, we rock.
Yeah, peace, everyone.
Yay.
Yeah, can